Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rise or Die podcast. This is yours truly, Stephen M. Lowisz, for episode 81, Get Outside. So this is probably like the most practical application that I could ever give you. Like I talk a lot about concepts and theories and it's a lot of like get your mind right, gain perspective, do the work, yada yada yada. Well, today's really easy. So I just got back from a mountain bike ride. Now, mountain biking isn't just mountain biking to me. I actually almost broke my back. In fact, there's evidence that there was a hairline fracture in my spine, the very bottom of my spine, from a mountain bike accident 2 years ago. And it's because 2 years ago I actually started getting into it pretty heavily, thought I was better than I was, went off the jump, crashed into a tree, couldn't get up, and actually, here's the real kicker. Not only could I not get up and I was screaming my head off for help, I landed in poison sumac or oak, one of the two. It wasn't poison ivy. So that was really just one giant shitty situation. Anyways, so today, and for those of you in Michigan, I really like spring and summer. I think last year, spring was probably on a Thursday and summer was on like a Tuesday. Obviously, I'm being quite sarcastic, but it's been pretty shitty weather up here in Michigan. It's been cold, it's been rainy, it sucked. Today is the first day that it's probably like 55, 60 degrees here. So I was finally able to get outside. Now, I'm inside every day, all day. I work from home in my home office. I have a good setup. But it's really easy to get stuck in the weeds. It's really easy to kind of lose perspective on everything. And it's very easy to just kind of put your head down in your computer. I have 3 monitors that I'm looking at the moment. I have a little light coming in from a window, but it faces north. I don't know if you guys know this, but the sun goes from east to west, which kind of makes it a bitch when you want to actually see some sunlight. So I finally got outside today, which was wonderful. And guys, I can't even explain how much clarity and how much, frankly, just calmness I have now. Like, it's absolutely crazy how much clarity and how much calm can come from just an hour outside. That's literally all it was. We, especially as people trying to manage our health, our families, God, business, body, being, balance, and business. I said that out of order, but body, being, balance, and business. Like, we're constantly doing the work, but when do we just clear our heads? We kind of try to every day with meditation, but sometimes we just got to take that further. Do you have clarity in your life? Do you feel calm? Are you doing what you want to do? Are you on the path that you want to be? And especially on a Sunday as I get ready for the next week and, I'm already bombarded with work. I have probably 3-4 hours worth of work to do at least before I'm able to enjoy my Sunday evening. But at the end of the day, I feel calm. At least calmer. I feel more clear. I feel more focused. I feel more open. Like, the most practical application I could ever give you is get outside. Like, whether it's just you and your wife, your family, your whole family, if you have kids, it doesn't really matter. Like, go for a walk, get on a bike. I don't care what you do. Go play catch with your son. Go kayak. I don't know. It depends on where you live. It's too cold here in Michigan right now. I don't care what you do, but get outside and enjoy God's creation. Get outside and enjoy God's creation and gain perspective. Like, when I'm outside, I try not to think too much about work. There are times where I'll use it literally just to think about work and get clear on what I need to do. But today, I try just canceling out all the noise and trying to be here now. Be here now is one of the best phrases I've ever learned. It's the idea that just because you're doing something or in a given place doesn't mean that you're actually there present emotionally and mentally. So guys, the one takeaway that I want you to get is,
hey everybody, welcome to the Rise or Die podcast with Stephen.
We can do the work every day.
This is episode 10.
You're going to hear me harp on doing the fucking work every single day.
The title probably doesn't give you a good idea of what I'm actually talking about.
But at the same
time,
I'm
talking about a literal wet t-shirt to get your mind out of the gutter.
Spend time with family. And then
I don't hate
DTFW.
Anything. I don't think
that's what I have for you today
more than being
for
cold.
Episode 81.
Get I hate
outside.
Being cold.
Again, very short, very
I'm not
practical,
talking chilly, but like chilled.
I don't know how
to
much
the
more.
How much I get up in the morning, a couple days a week.
This one's really easy.
Go to the gym and jump in the
even
pool.
If you're only outside for 30 minutes,
once I'm in the pool, I'm good.
So,
but it's a complete mental fuck.
We're actually
going to
switch it
up.
This isn't applicable across body, being, balance, and business.
I don't know why.
I
have an easier time getting up at 4 a.m.
As always,
than I do when I'm already up to just get into the damn pool. It was a little different, though.
If you have any questions or feedback.
So I combined actually 2 days worth of workouts. I did a 50-minute bike ride and then
share this podcast with someone that you want more for out of their life.
And normally I take a couple shirts in my gym bag just so, as you get really sweaty, especially during long endurance, cardio and exercise, the cold tends to seep in, right? Wet t-shirt, again, literal wet t-shirt. It makes it cold as hell. Well, I forgot extra shirts today. And, I was actually feeling perfectly fine when it comes to how I was, breathing, my muscles. I was doing completely fine, probably could have pushed even a little bit harder. But holy shit, that wet t-shirt was fucking with me. That wet t-shirt made me want to quit. That wet t-shirt made it miserable. And it was all mental, 100% mental. I'm a little chilly on the outside, got a couple extra pounds. I've got insulation, as I call it. I'm slightly fluffy, right? But man, that t-shirt was rough. And when you're doing a lot of cardio, you have some time to think. And I realize I have a wet t-shirt in every area of my life. And yes, this is a little cheesy, but so be it. I have a wet t-shirt in every area of my life. And for me, a wet t-shirt is something small that's fucking with my head that actually has no effect on me physically. It has no effect on me except the effect I let it have on me. There was nothing miserable about the dang t-shirt. It was all mental. In my marriage, there are things that get under my skin that really, truly just don't matter. In business, I try to do shit that I don't want to do, and it doesn't affect me physically at all. I just don't want to fucking do it, so I have a mental block, a roadblock up. I have a wet t-shirt in every area of my life. For me, a wet t-shirt, when it comes to faith, is simply, I don't want to keep reading the Bible because I feel like I'm ADD and I don't have the patience. That's the same thing. It's a wet t-shirt. It's essentially a distraction that's getting in the way of what I want, but it's all mental. We let mental irritations, mental discomfort fuck with us. Stop us from getting the results that we want. Stop us from getting the results that we demand across all of the core 4, body, being, balance, and business. So, again, I know the concept is a little cheesy, but hey, I'm going to share whatever I get out of that day with you, and today it happens to be a wet t-shirt. Tomorrow it might be a dry towel. Who knows? But the question I'll pose to you is, what is your wet t-shirt in body, being, balance, and business? What's the small mental irritation, the mental roadblock that you have set up that's stopping you from the success that you want? I pushed through today. That t-shirt did not affect me at all. I was cold. I was kind of shivering a little bit. So all I did was run harder. And then I forgot all about it because my body temperature was plenty high. So what's the wet t-shirt that you're going to rip apart and tear down across body, being, balance, and business over the next day or two? Do me a favor. Share this podcast with someone that you think could benefit from it. Always appreciate a good share. And don't forget to subscribe at riseordiepodcast.com. Talk to you soon.